Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. Today's video we're going to be going over and unboxing pretty much the Inovato Quadra, a complete mini PC for the school, home, and hobbyist. It is a complete modern Linux computer that can be used as a server or a lightweight use desktop, and it includes the case, heatsink, power adapter, and an HDMI cable. All you need to do is just plug it into a TV and monitor with a keyboard and mouse. There's no SD card needed. It has a pre-flash internal memory, and this is a great alternative, especially with the fact that basically Raspberry Pis are just out of stock everywhere, and there's just a mash of basically raw compute boards that are kind of in a different area, and it's hard to get started, and I think that this device is actually pretty cool and in a niche place, especially with the $30 price tag for its starting Quadra standard. There's a Pro with better Wi-Fi specs and an extra USB hub. But this is pretty cool. Let's gonna open up the box and go over the specs. The owner and creator sent this little note here. It's pretty cool. So it just says, "Thank you for your order. We hope you enjoy your new Inovato Quadra. Before you start using your Quadra, please take a look at the short get started articles at Inovato.com, and they cover several important first steps like changing the password, which I always do. Of course, you never leave a default password in anything. You know, configuring Wi-Fi if you want to. Of course, for me, I usually use Ethernet, time zone, stuff like that, and then they have the default password there. That's available on the website, so there's no security risk for me sharing this to y'all. And it says even has a support email for any questions. It just says that they've been swamped with orders, but they're going to try to get them out as quickly as possible with the recent publicity. So yeah, I mean, that's how I even knew about this. I read about it in a Linux blog article because I'm just a big Linux guy, and without further ado, let's just get this guy unwrapped here. This is basically a little Android TV box, and so what we're looking at is basically that. It's an Android TV box. It's got one USB 3.0 there, and then actually, if you can see it right there, is the micro SD card slot. So it does have a micro SD card slot. It's HDMI, so it's standard HDMI. I believe it's 2.0. There's an AV jack, and then Ethernet. The Ethernet is only 100 megabit. It's not gigabit, so you're not going to be doing crazy file transfer, but I actually think it could probably do just fine with a web server probably. You got a USB port. It does say that of course you can use USB hub. Powered one is a preferred choice. You can have your powered barrel jack, and they are using, let's see here, a power supply, and the power supply is a 5 volt, 0.5 amp to 2000 milliamps. So not bad, pretty small, standard there, and an included HDMI cable, nice of them. And you got little rubber feet. That is nice little touch. And Inovato Quadra, pretty cool. Now I'm gonna be doing a full in-depth review of this guy after I've actually used it for a little while, and then I will come back to you guys with a full review video. But I'm just impressed by just the fact that it's ready to go in the box. I've done Raspberry Pi projects for so long, and I've come to just know the workflow of having to flash the SD card or image it, you know, and the micro SD card, and get that started, and then go through just the setup process. But this is just, you just log in, It's got Debian, I believe, based on XFCE desktop manager with a Mac-like interface and dock, so it's be pretty cool. And it works with HD and 4K displays and TVs. It's got software installed, so like Firefox, Spotify, it even has Discord, and you got some coding, so you can do Arduino coding. It's got Sublime Text, stuff like that, GIMP for editing, word processing, all that good stuff. Just a really cool overall little device. It's very compatible with basically every Raspberry Pi project, so you can just image this guy, you can just put in a micro SD card, something like that, or just, it's got a 16 gig built-in flash eMMC. It's got 2 gigs of memory, so it's not too bad. It's basically comparable to a Raspberry Pi 3. Overall, I mean, you know, not too much, but just right, you know. 2 USB slots, as you saw, so it's could have a little bit more. The Raspberry Pi has 4, so I'd preferably like more, but the processor is pretty cool. It's actually pretty beefy. It's not too bad. It's an all-winner H6 quad core A53 ARM version 8 64-bit SoC. It's clocked at 1.7 gigahertz, so that's actually pretty decent. It can play some 4K videos, probably not long ones, but I'm sure it can do pretty well, but we'll see there in the review. But this was going to be a short and sweet video, just kind of just a basic unboxing of the Inovato Quadra. I'm really excited to see what this device can do, but that's all for now. Be sure to like this video, and if you're not subscribed, make sure you are so you don't miss a thing. Catch you next time.